I got you. Hey, how you doing? I have a boyfriend over 5 years. Any letter that starts with I have a boyfriend / girlfriend for over 5 years usually does not end well. I have a boyfriend for over 5 years usually does not end well. but okay, good. Pretty long relationship. That's pretty good. And he may be the only one person who would stay with me until death coming. Dang. Wow. He must really love you a lot. Damn. Alright. So what's the problem then? Imagine if like Anon would just said that and just like said, yeah, I just wanted to show off. See ya. But like, damn son. Sick burn. Alright, reading on. He is a nerd and really bad at socializing, which is totally my type. Oh my god, Anon, what the heck? Like, best girl. Best waifu. I could wow, okay, that's solid. Yeah. So far, everything I was expecting has been breaking. Okay, we'll see. But here we go. Here's the tea. But recently, I started to mold easily and feel that it's a little broken. Let me see. Feel that I'm done with our relationship. Since he usually requests the objective, well-organized talk, even when we're quarreling. If I were losing my mind, I only want to demand him to be a good and quiet boy in front of me. Oh. It's too hard to calm down. Do you have any suggestion about how to do a calm debate or publish an essay during malting? Or just it's her words, or it could be he. I think it's her though. Her words, not mine. Just fucking let it go. Thank you. From a villain whose white fur isn't inborn, but caused by molding oftenly. Alright, well, thank you, Anon. Thank you, Anon. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be as honest as possible with you, Anon, because I feel like honesty is probably one of the better ways of giving you some good advice. Okay, so hear me out. First of all, I hear you. Because I am also kind of the type with my ex, and partially the reason why we fought, and partially the reason why we broke up was because I was exactly like your boyfriends. Not that I'm your boyfriend, don't take it the wrong way, but I was exactly like your boyfriend in the sense that when I fight, I try to be calm-headed. I try to be level-headed, try to understand what's going on, and try to be objective. I knew chat was gonna explode from that, but I knew chat was gonna explode from that. Anyway, but the thing is, and I'm generalizing here, but I do think men tend to be a little more objective than females. Just a tad. Not everyone. I'm not saying everyone is, but from my experience, men tend to be a little more objective when fighting than women are. And I can't say why. I don't know. Maybe it's because like our social, I really don't know. Like the way society views us. I don't know. But because of that, I think the reason why your boyfriend is trying to be well organized, and trying to be calm when talking, trying to be, request the objective is because he wants to find a solution. He wants to find a solution to why you're fighting. Let's say you're fighting about, say, putting the toilet seat down, right? Like, I've actually been like trained somehow by my parents to be polite always. So I always put the toilet seat down. After, like, I put it up, then I do my business, then I put it down. every time I visit like, you know, like a house that has a female in it. I don't know, it's just politeness, I guess. But let's say for instance, you guys have a fight. You're like, boyfriend, I told you to leave the toilet seat up, huh? Why are you... Or sorry, no, what? No, boyfriend, I told you to put the toilet seat down after you're finished. Why do you have to make me always, you know, put it down? Like, it's disgusting. And then the boyfriend will be like, well, girlfriend, you know, girlfriend, you know, well, I don't get why I have to be the one to put it down when, you know, you could just put it down yourself. And, you know, like maybe it's like some sort of weird fight, like, or like boyfriend's like, you know, like, I just forgot this one time. Why do you have to be so mad about it, you know? Maybe the boyfriend's trying to find the reason why. And, you know, tell me if I'm wrong about this, but tell me if you agree with me as well. I think in this situation, what the guy would do would be like, well, why is my girlfriend mad about this, right? Trying to be like all big brain. It was like, well, if my girlfriend's mad about this, but I also feel strongly about putting the toilet seat up for whatever reason. Maybe I sometimes, you know, walk in the toilet blindly, and because the toilet seat's down, I make a mess. I don't know. See, I feel strongly about this, right? So what can we do to balance this out? It's probably what the boyfriend is thinking. Probably. Now, what the girlfriend is thinking is probably more on the lines of, why can't he just do this simple task? I'm not asking this guy to like make $1 million for me or buy me an Hermes bag. I just asking him to put down the toilet seats. What is wrong with this man? Right? Yeah. Okay. I think, see, so to me, that's the difference between guy and girl, and especially I feel like that's what's going on with the Anon situation. So here's the thing. What worked for me in my past relationship was that every time the girl, number one, pull the tear cards, which is like, I'm like, damn. Oh, if you start crying, I've become suddenly a serial killer. Like I'm basically the absolute evil of all this world. I'm so sorry. Like, you know, like it's over. Okay, it's over. It's game over for me. Or if she actually, and this is what I'm suggesting. I'm not suggesting bring the tear card, because honestly, I was never a big fan of that. What I'm suggesting is bring it up to your guy. Be like, you know, like the reason I'm mad about you not putting down the toilet seat is not because you forgot about it, or it's not because, you know, we have like different beliefs or anything. I'm mad because this feels like something so simple, and if you truly loved me, this seems like something you would be able to do for me. And trust me, for any logical, objective guy, the guy would think of this and be like, fuck, that's fair. Fuck, that's that. All right, well, you know what? That's fair. He might not like it 100%. He might still be like, oh, well, she's obviously I love you, but why do I have to like? I've loved you and like I've showed you over these past 5 years. I showed different different ways of doing it. But you know, the guy honestly would be more or less willing to be like, all right, fine. Especially if it's something as small as putting down the toilet seat. If it's something a little bigger, you might have to do a little more convincing, 100%. But, Anon, please, for the love of all boyfriends in this world, don't ever say I want to demand him to be a good and quiet boy in front of me. I get it. I get where you're coming from. It's not where I don't get where you're coming from. You just want him to shut up and just listen to you. I get it. But don't actually like say that, right? How should I say this? Like in any healthy relationship, you should never try to be controlling. Actually, let me pull this up. There's something I actually learned at school. Yes, here we go. I think this is important. Wenting, thank you so much for the 10 gifts. Thank you. There are 4, and this is actually kind of good to know. I think this is very true. It's very true. There are 4 horsemen. You guys know the whole 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, like death, I think famine, war, all that stuff, right? There are the 4 horsemen of relationships. 1. Criticism. Never criticize your partner. And what I mean by this is don't be like, I'm not saying like you can't be mad at like something they did. Like if they didn't put down the toilet seat, you could be mad at the fact that they didn't put down the toilet seat. But you can't be like, you are the kind of person who will never put down the toilet seat. Like, don't make it about them. Never make it about them. Make it about something they did and ask them to fix it. The moment you make it about them, like, what can I do? I'm just the kind of person who, feels strongly about putting toilet seats up or something, This is a really bad example, by the way, but just you get the idea, okay? Never hate them. Hate what they've done. Hate their actions, but don't hate the person. Because the moment you start hating the person, then honestly, starting for you, you probably won't look at that person in the nice, kind light ever again. But for that person, like, they're in like a pickle too. Like, they can't really do anything about it, right? It's over. Like, it's like you're asking them not to change the way they do something, but more like change themselves. And that's really just too much. Never in a healthy relationship should you expect a person to, like, they could try to change for you, but never expect them to change for you. And more importantly, don't control them as for them to change for you. That's never good. That's never a good sign. And there's 3 other more. I could get to them if you want. Contempt, which is essentially hating that person. Don't hate your lover. Like, that's kind of defeats the purpose of, being a lover, right? Another one is defensiveness. Defensiveness is being like, if someone, criticizes your actions, right? Let's say, let's give a different example, right? Let's say someone told me, Kaicha, you eat too many sweets. You gotta stop eating sweets. I'll be like, it's not like I don't eat a lot of sweets. I don't know what you're talking about. You always do this to me. Don't be like that. As much as it is easy to be defensive about things, try to put your defenses down. Try to put your defenses down and try to listen to them. Try to listen to where they're coming from, right? And the last one is stonewalling. And I think this one is very important. Stonewalling is basically when a fight happens, you just walk away. Or you're just not available. You're just not available to talk. If you need to cool down, sure, that makes sense. You could walk away, you'd be like, I need to cool down, just give me a moment to cool down. That's fine. Sometimes cooling down and talking, I think honestly that's a very, very what do you call it? Undervalued, I guess. Yeah, undervalued way of coping or like, fixing problems, right? But if you just were unwilling completely to talk and discuss, just blocking off communication entirely, what I hate the most, especially is like, say, like in long distance relationships, my friends would be like, I was talking to my girlfriend and she just won't respond, just leaves me on hold. I hate that. I hate that. Like, if you guys are having a fight, then fight it out. Don't be like, oh, I'm just like, no. He doesn't deserve a response. Like, oh. That's just too painful, okay? Just never do that. Alright, sorry, I went on a tangent. Essentially, Onan, my advice for you is communicate your frustration, but don't be too controlling, is all I would say. Yeah, I hate it when people ghost you. It's the absolute worst, honestly. I think someone in chat was like, it takes me a few days to cool down. That's fine. I guess that's fine. But let them know that you're cooling down at least. At least let them know what you're doing. And like, also low-key, if it takes you a couple days to cool down, it's not like I don't understand, but that doesn't mean you should cut out like all conversation. Like, I just don't think it's very nice or even respectful to your partner to just cut off communication completely, I guess. I don't know. That's just me. And I should have probably said this a lot earlier, but there is definitely a disclaimer I want to say. I'm not a real doctor, let alone a real love doctor. So take all my advice as a grain of salt. Just consider it as a person giving their opinion to you. But there's no reason for you to live by it. I know, shocker, right? What? This man who has this monocle and this paper and this amazing setup and all these villains behind him is not an actual doctor? I know, I'm sorry. Didn't get my PhD, I'm sorry. I know it's a shocker, Nani?